So what we're going to do, I'm going to ask him some questions about Jesus in the New Testament, and then we're going to do a competition. It's going to be a push-up competition. Is that okay?
Hopefully, I'm after a jog.
But you haven't used that muscle group, so you'll be okay.
Hopefully. Hopefully.
ביחד, same time. So what's your name?
Lear.
Leah, nice to
LYR.
meet you. What does it mean?
It's from lyrics.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. So, Leah, you grew up in Israel?
Yeah.
Born and raised?
Born and raised.
Did you do the military?
Of course.
What military unit were you in?
Communications. Yeah.
Nice. On the phone all day?
No, on my feet fixing computers.
You
And
look
crying.
like you were in
a lot of
special
crying.
forces. So, have you ever read the New Testament?
No.
Why not?
To be frank, I barely read the Bible.
Interesting. So it's nothing that ever came across.
I know, general things about the New Testament, but I haven't, read it and studied it as much as I did the First Amendment. That's how you say it.
First Testament.
Testament. Yeah, the Bible.
Nice. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Interesting. So you yourself are a believer?
It's complicated. Of course, I grew up Jewish, so there's some things that are traditions that you could say, oh, but this is a religious thing. But in Judaism, it's like because it's an ethno-religion, most of the religious rituals are traditions. So
Yeah.
I separate those things. And to your first question, I don't believe that it's bad necessarily. Again, I feel like all these rituals are supposed to help you tap into spirituality. But when some extreme groups, if you don't do that, you're an infidel, you are betraying yourself, you're harm to society, that's bad. And that's not what religion was supposed to be, in my view.
Okay. So you were mentioning a cosmic power. Do you believe that cosmic power has the divine nature, or is it just something is it a creator?
I have a great answer. I believe that we, humans, are the universe way of experiencing itself. So you can look at it in a view like we are God way of experience the universe, experience what he created. It can be a divine power. It's the way how you interpret the word divine.
Interesting.
That's depends on my mood and what I need what I need to believe in the exact moment, but I have the power, and since I'm the universe way of experiencing itself, each and every one of us is the universe, so we all have the power.
And how did you come up to this? Was it by a book or just by looking
just by
around?
experience in life.
Interesting.
And studying, I have a degree in psychology, and always seeing videos about spirituality, religion, science, and everything that makes sense to me. I try to fit it into my worldview of how things make sense, because some things science can't explain, and those things it's hard for us humans to just accept things that we don't understand, so we need some answers. So it might be wrong, but it feels right.
Okay. Personally, I think that when we look at the world and how we interact with each other, I can see good and bad. Do you see that within your belief system?
Yeah, of course. I feel like, as I said before, we have the power, so some people can take that power to be bad.
Bad.
They can
So,
shift their energy into bad things.
so who is the dictator of the good and bad?
We are. So
So
sometimes
do you believe that there's an objective good, or do you believe that everybody has their own side of it? Because from what I'm understanding from you is that each person makes up what they think is good. And can we tell our neighbors here that were an hour away from here that they came in and they killed and raped our women and killed our babies? Could I tell them that was bad, or that's just their interpretation of what they believe is good, and it's just that?
I think that there is some things that are objectively bad and objectively good. What I said before, I haven't spoken on those monsters.
Yeah.
There are obviously things that are morally good and morally
Interesting.
bad. Obviously killing a person, taking someone's life, it's bad in any shape or form. And when your entire belief system is around that my way of life is right and yours is not, as they believe, that's wrong.
Yeah.
So there is some things that are objectively not right.
So
but
when you mention objective, that means that there needs to be something outside of us who dictates that. Because I can also give you great examples that society thought it was good even to kill Jews, you know? I think that for us right now, living in Tel Aviv and how we were raised, we can say that it's obvious that it's bad to kill and that that shouldn't be something that is considered good. But is it society that dictates that, or is it something outside of us?
I'm not sure how to answer that because obviously, as I said, killing someone is objectively wrong, but I'm not sure how to answer that. It is a really complex question,
Yeah.
but I'm not deflecting in any way.
No problem. Personally, I believe that God tells us what is good and bad, and he's the one that dictates it. And because everybody can has different experience and different ways of how they were raised, we can all live out our lives and think that some things are good even though they're bad, and some things are bad even though they're good. And it can be very confusing to know really what is good. And so I believe that the Bible and the New Testament is that tool for mankind to know what is good and bad. And so I'm a Jew and I believe in Yeshua. Have you ever heard of Yeshua, Jesus?
Of course.
So I believe that he lived the perfect life. Think about that. God coming to us so that we can relate to him as a human, and he comes and washes our feet. How beautiful is that? And then,
Love Jesus.
amen. And then he died for us so that we could have a relationship with God through our faith in him. And so I just wanted to introduce this to you, and this idea of God being that dictator of what is good and bad and how we should live our life, not as a religious thing, because I'm sure that Yeshua, Jesus himself, hated the same things that you hate about religion as well. The hypocrisy, the hatred, the killing. What do you think about the New Testament? Have you ever read it?
No.
So I have a New Testament here where you can read all about Jesus and his life and how he lived that perfect life I was explaining. Would this be something of interest to you as a Jew?
In general, of course, but I wouldn't read it because I אין לי כוח לקרוא.
So, okay, so I'll put this aside. If ever you would want to reach out to us and have a conversation, you have our YouTube channel. It's called So Be It. Feel free to follow us and also watch this conversation. But I think we made a good promise to our viewers. This
Push-ups.
push-up challenge up, and let's see who's
Right.
gonna get it. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna do a 2, 1.
1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13, 14, 15. שמעתי אתמול. אני יכול עוד?
יפה. איזה אלוף. יפה מאוד. Very strong. So, Lir has a TikTok and Instagram.
Yeah,
You
follow
guys-
me up. You can search Lir Zamir, Lyrzamir. That's me. See you
Nice.
there.
Make sure you go follow, support him, and play for him.
Follow, subscribe,
There you
hit
go.
that bell button.
There you go. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Hey guys, I have a pretty exciting and timely update for you. We just have had a partner of Juice for Jesus who has agreed to match dollar for dollar every single first time gift that's made between now and the end of Passover, April 9th, through the Upper Room. The Upper Room is a special community that we have of Juice for Jesus partners that are giving monthly to sustain the work of Jewish evangelism, to keep the gospel out on the streets month after month. My team is praying that God is going to provide 100 new people as Upper Room partners in this mission between now and the end of Passover, and God has already sent 40. We're praying for 60 more. Maybe one of them is you. Please consider if this is something God is inviting you into. Your first gift is going to have double the impact thanks to that matching opportunity, and we'd be so honored to have you as part of the Upper Room.